Hey YouTube, it's Brad. I'm updating for my 2 weeks on T post, and I am supposed to give myself my second shot today. However, I've been kind of procrastinating and just sort of sitting here not giving myself the shot. It's not that I'm really worried about the pain, it's more so that I'm worried about the fact that I could mess up. I don't want to mess up. Um, I'm just gonna get over that in few minutes after I'm done this video, and I'm just gonna do it. Um, so let me talk about some changes. I mean, it's only been one shot. It's been 2 weeks. I haven't really noticed much. I will say in the beginning, like 2 or 3 days after my first shot, I noticed that my metabolism was a little bit increased. It could have just been due to the fact that I wasn't really eating that much, like per meal, so I was eating more frequently but smaller meals, and that tends to make my metabolism increase just naturally. So it couldn't really have necessarily been testosterone. Um, let's see. There were points where I might have noticed my voice being a little bit deeper, but I think for the most part it sounds the same. Um, I think that the hair on my legs is starting to fill in a little bit, but I haven't really noticed any change in my arms. And it could just be that I haven't really looked at my upper legs lately, and so it looked like there was more hair there, but I'm not really sure. You could ask my girlfriend about the other changes. She may have some attestations to make, but I'm not going to go into detail. um, yeah, that's pretty much it. But like I said, it's only been 2 weeks, one shot. It's 100 milligrams, so I wasn't really expecting anything too huge. But I am, for this second shot, hoping that by the end of the month that I'll see something or feel a little bit differently, because my fears of testosterone not working for me, the anxiety that goes along with that, is heightened. Even though I know in my mind, I'm like, okay, it's only one shot. It's not going to work that fast. But still, I get a little paranoid about, testosterone is just not going to work for me. Tends to be my luck, Um, let's see, anything else new? Today I printed out my name change papers, and I filled those out. So I pretty much just got to go get them notarized and pay the fees. It's going to be pretty expensive. When it all comes down to it, probably around $250, and it's just for getting the name change, and then who knows what the other cost will be for changing on my documentation, getting a new license, stuff like that. So pretty expensive, but definitely worth it. And I want to get it done ASAP. So because traveling, which I just did recently for my job, I don't really mind traveling, but when you're trans and you're traveling for business and you're passing as male with the people that you're working with, it's fucking stressful as hell, because everything has to be your legal name that goes with your documentation, and you go through those scanners, and currently I'm packing with a motherfucking sock, so I don't know what they can actually see, but it's still kind of weird to me. And there was one point when I was in the Miami airport coming back, and I had to go through a scanner. I don't know if it was Miami, it doesn't matter, really. I had to go through a scanner, and then there were people to pat you down afterwards. And so there was a dude standing in front of me that worked for TSA, and he was about to pat me down, but he didn't. And then there was a girl coming behind me, and he called on his walkie-talkie like he wanted a female staff member. And I thought that he was calling her for me. And I was like, oh no. Even though I was all alone, no one that I worked with was really by me, it was still very weird, because I feel like the populace around me who viewed me saw me as male. I was all shirt and tie and whatever. Anyway. So, basically what ended up happening was he didn't pat me down, and I just grabbed my shit off the conveyor belt and started putting on my shoes, putting on my belt, putting on all that stuff. And then I heard some lady ask him, like, did you pat that person down or whatever? I don't even know how it went, but I did hear him saying, like, that's a dude. And I heard the girl say, no, it's not. And he was like, yes, it is, it's a dude. And then they were kind of having, like, this exchange back and forth, like, what should we do? Like, about patting this person down. And she was like, you're gonna get me in trouble, because I guess, you know, obviously the females can't pat down males, and the males can't pat down females. But they didn't know, like, what I was, which didn't really bother me, because at least they weren't 100% sure of the fact that I was female. So basically what ended up happening is I just put on all my shit, I grabbed my bags, and I just walked away without anyone patting me down, which was fantastic because that's creepy anyway. I don't want anyone touching me. But yeah, traveling is just 100 times more stressful when you gotta deal with the whole ID thing. You gotta deal with people, like, scrutinizing your ID and, like, looking at you. And I hate that part. I'm just like, really? Yeah, because I'm coming on the airplane right now with, like, a bomb in my underwear. No. I don't want any trouble. I don't want any problems. Just, like, let me go. Don't say my name. Don't say my gender. Don't call me out. Don't do shit. Just leave me alone. Let me get on the plane. Let me go. That's all I want. That's all I want out of you TSA people. Sorry, my girlfriend left behind her little dress and it smells so good. I'm gonna miss her. I'm in a long distance relationship for all you YouTubers out there. And right now we are 1,000 miles away from each other, so that sucks a lot. But I do get to see her Friday, so that's awesome. Yay for having a job that makes money, that enables me to fly, because that's expensive, and I definitely don't take it for granted. I'm very lucky for that. So anyway, that's about it. Trying to grow my hair a little bit, get it a little curly. I do definitely need to get the sides and the back trim though. It's getting a little shaggy. So I got my lip ring because I had to be more professional in front of the customers. Customer site visit thing went okay. Can't really talk about it too much in depth, but the ID thing. So you needed a sticker to identify you as you went into the hospital, and it happened to be an everyday thing. And what they did was they took your ID, your photo ID, they put it through a scanner, and then the sticker prints out. And I was like, I saw that, and I was like, oh no. So the first day, I was like, I don't have my ID, my name is Brad, and, like, you're just gonna have to put me in. And they were like, okay, next time you come, bring an ID. And I was like, okay. Sorry. There's a chip on my damn computer. So, next day, brought an ID, I, like, had a conversation, I was like, hey, I'm in the middle of a legal name change, so my name and my ID doesn't quite match what I go by. And they were like, oh, well, we have to go by what's on your photo ID, and I was like, I won't wear it. All my customers know me as Brad, and all the people that I work with know me as Brad. I'm not going to go by my legal name, because it's not an option. And it worked. I just stood firm to that, and they were like, okay, I think we can do this. And I was like, okay, cool, thanks. And it worked out. It's just a pain in the ass, because every time I go there, I have to do that whole ID thing, and I'm really worried about, like, if I get a new staff member that's not familiar with that process, and being in front of the guy that I work with, because usually I got him to, like, go ahead before me and just, like, keep walking. But I don't know if that's going to be the case all the time, and it's just really stressful to have to really worry about what's gonna print out on that sticker. Because I will not wear it. I won't. But you have to, like, any visitor in the hospital, for obvious reasons, has to wear a sticker that identifies them. So that's kind of shitty. But it's also really shitty being trans and working with customers who are older. I heard a lot of, "Oh, you look too young to be in here, like, get out of here." Or, "How old are you?" and shit like that. And it's expected because a lot of people that work for my company are really young, and the customers know that, but for obvious reasons, aka I have a baby face with like no signs of facial hair growth at all, they, thought that I was significantly young. Like, I would assume high school, which is weird for me to think about, because I don't really think that I look like I'm in high school, but I understand that from an outsider's perspective I do. But instead of getting pissed about it all the time, I figured that it was probably a good thing if they were seeing me as really young, because then they were seeing me as male. Because I've noticed that if people think that I'm older, they usually have in their mind that I'm female. And that's wrong. So I guess it's a good thing. It's kind of annoying because I really have to establish credibility, and it's just like 10 times harder when people are like, "You look like you're really young," but whatever. I'm gonna fucking surprise their asses, blow them away. Hopefully, I hope. Alright, well, this video was a lot longer than what I wanted it to be, and I'm starving, and I don't feel human, so I'm gonna go make some dinner and do my shot. So, wish me luck, and I'll see you guys in 2 weeks.